Welcome to the second part of This is Star Citizen. And this is the unpleasant side of this epic long-term project, which is unique in many ways so far. However, it is usually this very side that has a polarizing effect on the community. Star Citizen can be beautiful, extremely motivating, and offer unprecedented gaming experience if we can spend as bug-free a time as possible in the game. But since we are in a long and active development phase, especially long-term veterans have already experienced countless bugs, problems and obstacles which often unfortunately overshadow the many positive aspects of the game. The currently released update 3.14 is a good example of this. Completely new technologies and mechanics found their way into the game, which on the one hand are breathtaking, but on the other hand we were confronted with old and new bugs, which can severely limit our gaming fun. Therefore, the question is, what is in the foreground during the development of this large-scale project? A medium and long-term progress, new technologies, mechanics and maybe still a release in this decade, or the fix of current game bugs that costs us motivation? And I think we know the answer to that, even if we all don't like it. So trading has been effectively impossible for a month, mining with 3.14 is severely limited, and with the current balancing, everything is new and unfamiliar. And even if there are good reasons for this, like the refactor of the cargo system, the implementation of iCache and other core mechanics, we currently only have the option to turn our backs on Star Citizen for a while, or to try to help ourselves and report game bugs as accurately as possible. And since, at least for me, the motivation for this space epic clearly outweighs the problems that occur, the following are some universal workarounds and ways to counteract occurring game errors to reduce frustration to a minimum. And as a last resort to counter a persistent game error, often the only remaining option is an account reset, which you can perform after logging into the website. Bring the house down. A simple yet effective method against many bugs that affect your character or equipment is to change your character, where a gender change is often sufficient. Especially in the case of a missing mobiGlass or being stuck in our spawn location, this option is often a quick and easy fix. In case of problems with not accessible ships, missing group options as well as difficulties with ship and vehicle components, the modes Star Marine and Arena Commander offer themselves after heal likewise on our character and our account is accessed, and often after a following renewed attempt in the persistent universe, ships and equipment can be accessible again. Another very effective possibility, but currently deactivated, is the hangar module, in which you can spawn ships that can no longer be accessed, and they are then usually available again in the persistent universe. If you experience unusual performance problems, error messages when loading into the game, or sudden crashes, it is recommended to first delete the shader folder in your game directory or reset the launcher with a key combination. Alternatively, it may be necessary to delete the entire user folder in the game directory. I can also recommend the performance guide here in the channel, which can also solve many of these problems. But since there are currently really many different causes and problems, look at the Discord. Here we have a collection of workarounds and help for you under the section Issue Console available. And the term Issue Console should be every Star Citizen a term, after bugs which are communicated as extensively and in detail can also be fixed accordingly quickly. Because we complain quickly very gladly about an error, often however then a message is missing, in order to make attentive on this error also. The clouds are rolling in, it's a matter of time. After a login on the website, you find via apps the Issue Console. And after for some players often a language barrier exists, a small tip: use the Chrome browser and the automatic translate function, which is available in almost every language. And by using the free Google Translator you can also create your texts in English or other languages. Since there are also some non-English bug reports or information available, you can also use these tools to translate them as well. The Issue Console is divided into two sections, one for the bugs that affect the game itself and another section that affects the Issue Console itself. Secrets
that I hide.
Please make sure to use the left one of the two options if you are dealing with a game bug.
Have a price. Some things you can't.
In the following menu, you have the possibility to view the currently most popular problems and bugs, or to search directly for a specific bug.
Chaos is coming.
And the notification of bugs, as well as the support of self-discovered already existing bugs, is also the possibility with regular use to be considered for the Evocati program, which makes the very latest game versions available to you in advance, but under a non-disclosure agreement. And if you have found a bug that has not yet been registered yet, you can report it on the left side of the screen. You will be shown already existing similar messages which you can consider, support or exclude. In case of doubt, we will create a new message asking for our system specifications, our used game version and other data. An optimal solution is of course a direct game recording or screenshots to the problem, but is often not necessary or purposeful to include material here. Depending on the error, this can be much easier than writing a long explanation. Finally, we state in a few points how the problem is, what we would have expected and whether we have already discovered a workaround for it. And if other players support this message in a given time, the problem will be confirmed and you have the possibility to follow up your message, up to a feedback if it was a bug, if it is in a progress or if it is already fixed. And so we can actively contribute ourselves that Star Citizen contain less bugs, and we get a more positive game experience in the medium term. And after one or two of these notifications, they really go away within a few minutes. And above all, we are kept up to date if these bugs are already in the process of being fixed. But of course, these are all limited ways that we as players can get involved in development and keep our own motivation up. Because CIG is still responsible for the development, although like here of course we are already a few years into the development phase and the leap of faith among some players has already decreased significantly. For me, I decided to focus on the last year, where the progress and scope has increased significantly. Therefore, for me, I remain optimistic, even if the current game situation is anything but positive. It should be noted, however, that the first patches have already been released, and bug fixing continues, of course. And even it's only a small consolation, at least we're usually not alone with our problems, as we all feel the same. I hope you enjoyed the video and leave me a like and maybe even a subscribe here. Game stability and usable mechanics vary from patch to patch, and we are currently in a phase where many core mechanics are being changed. So doing that in a running game is inevitably fraught with problems. Still, I'm looking forward to the end product of these mechanics, even if I'm far from happy with disappearing Mobiglass, daily account resets or standardized workarounds that are already part of the game. But as always, I'm interested in your opinions on the subject. How do you see the current game situation? Should CIG work more on the current game and move upcoming mechanics further because of it? Feel free to write me in the comments. And as always, the most important at the end, a big thank you to all Patreons, channel members and Twitch subscribers. Without you, this would not be possible in this form. You are a huge motivation. Thank you for your support, guys. You definitely rock. And of course, there will be extensive giveaways again this month. How you can participate and what to expect, you can see in the following announcement trailer. I say goodbye until next time. See you soon, and as always, see you in the verse.
Hello, stranger.